My name is Dr. Austin Tay, and you are listening to Psych Chat. Imagine walking into your next team meeting, but instead of sitting around a conference table, you're floating in a virtual space station, brainstorming with colleagues from around the world. Sounds like science fiction? Well, it's already happening at companies like Accenture and Microsoft. I'm Dr. Austin Tay, and today on Site Chat, we'll explore why your organization might be left behind if you're not paying attention to the virtual reality revolution in the workplace. Welcome to episode 51 of Site Chat, a podcast where we share evidence based insights on navigating the complex world of work. Before we dive in, I'm excited to announce that this podcast is now available in both audio and video formats. To our new listeners, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to catch up on previous episodes and receive notifications for new releases. And to our loyal subscribers, thank you for being here. Your reviews help us create more meaningful content for our community. Today, we'll explore three critical areas of VR in the workplace. Number one, how VR transforms engagement and collaboration. Number two, VR's role in stress reduction and well being. Number three, the practical aspects of implementing VR, including costs and strategies. Stay tuned until the end as I'll be sharing additional bonus information on VR implementation that you won't want to miss. Before we begin, reflect on your current workplace collaboration tools. What challenges do you face with remote meetings? How well do you maintain team connections across locations? Consider these questions as we explore VR's potential to transform workplace interaction. Let's review some recent studies that provide compelling evidence about workplace interactions' impact on employee well-being and performance. The first study by Mackey and colleagues, conducted in 2024, examined 40 employees from an Italian electricity company over a period of 6 months. They evaluated virtual reality meetings against traditional face to face and video conferencing, measuring cognitive fatigue, creativity levels, and interaction quality. In another 2024 study, Mishinoff and colleagues explored VR's impact on reducing workplace stress across different industries. Additionally, a 2020 study by Nathan Hall and colleagues provided valuable insights into the practical aspects of implementing VR in industrial contexts. Section 1, Engagement and Collaboration. One significant benefit of VR is its ability to enhance engagement and collaboration. According to Mackey and colleagues, VR creates what they describe as a peaceful and collaborative environment, enabling 42% more positive social emotional behaviors than in face to face and video conferencing contexts. The research showed particularly encouraging results for remote teams. Participants reported feeling more present with colleagues in VR settings, achieving scores of 3.8 out of 5 on presence matrix, compared to video calls averaging 2.1. This has important implications for organizations with distributed teams, suggesting that VR could effectively narrow the engagement gap in remote teamwork. Think about your last team meeting. How many individuals actively participated? How many appeared fully engaged? Now, rate your presence in virtual meetings on that same 1 to 5 scale. Section 2, stress reduction. Moving to our second key area, research shows that VR effectively elevates stress. Mishinov and his team revealed that brief 15 minutes VR relaxation sessions can lower workplace stress by as much as 35%. Employees using VR relaxation ports during lunch breaks experienced increased productivity in the afternoon and felt less fatigued by day's end. Companies like Deutsche Telekom have already adopted VR wellness rooms, reporting a 28% reduction in stress related absences. Section 3, implementation, costs, and security. Like all organizational implementations, two crucial considerations emerge: costs and security. Let's examine both aspects in detail to provide a comprehensive view of VR implementation. First, let's look at the financial investment required. Ho and colleagues investigated the financial aspects of adopting VR. Their analysis highlights several key cost categories. Initial infrastructure costs typically range from $1,000 to $3,000 per employee, including enterprise grade VR sets that are costing $600 to $1,000 each. Software licensing, $200 to $500 per user annually. Setup of dedicated VR spaces, $5,000 to $10,000 per room. Training and support staff, $50,000 to $80,000 annually. For our listeners in management positions, consider your current technology budget. How do these figures compare to your spending on collaboration tools? These costs should be weighed against measurable benefits. 60% reduction in travel expenses for remote collaboration, 30% decrease in physical office space requirements, 40% improvement in training efficiency and knowledge retention, 25% reduction in time to competency for new employees. Take a moment to calculate how much does your organization spend annually on business travel and office space? What would a 30 to 60% reduction mean for your bottom line? Mackey and colleagues highlighted a 45% return on investment within 18 months of VR implementation. They saved 200,000 euros annually in travel costs alone and reported a 35% increase in training effectiveness. While these financial metrics are compelling, implementing VR technology requires careful consideration of another crucial aspect: security and privacy. Mackey and colleagues highlighted that as organizations create increasingly immersive virtual workspaces, they face new challenges in protecting sensitive information. Their research identified four critical areas that require attention. Number one, comprehensive data protection within virtual environments. Number two, enhanced privacy measures for employee interactions in VR spaces. Number three, robust security protocols for handling sensitive business information. And number four, strict compliance frameworks for data protection regulations. These security considerations are particularly important given the immersive nature of VR and the increased amount of data being shared in these virtual environments. To address both cost and security challenges, organization can implement several practical strategies. For cost management, one, begin with pilot programs in high impact areas. Number two, implement VR in phases to distribute costs. Number three, Consider hardware sharing programs across departments. And number 4, measure and document ROI matrix to justify expansion. For security and privacy, number 1, establish clear VR usage policies from day 1. Number 2, implement robust data encryption protocols. Number 3, create dedicated secure networks for VR applications. And number 4, conduct regular security audits and updates. This integrated approach to managing both financial and security aspects ensures a more robust implementation strategy. For the bonus information, as promised, here's a detailed 3-phase approach to VR implementation as suggested by Mackey and colleagues. In phase 1, assessment and planning. Number 1, evaluate specific organizational needs. Number 2, conduct a cost-benefit analysis. Number 3, develop security protocols. And number 4, identify pilot groups. Phase number 2, pilot implementation. 1, start with short sessions. Number 2, gather user feedback. Number 3, monitor security matrix. Number 4, document cost impacts. Phase 3, scaled deployment. 1, expand based on pilot results. Number 2, implement refined security measures. Number 3, continue cost optimization. And number 4, regular effectiveness evaluation. Although the initial cost and security challenges of VR implementation are significant, research indicates that organizations can attain positive returns through careful planning and execution. As VR technology progresses, expenses and security concerns are likely to diminish while benefits continue to expand. Understanding the potential and challenges of VR implementation is crucial for organizations considering this technology. While the initial investment and security considerations may seem daunting, research suggests that thoughtful implementation can significantly benefit workplace collaboration, employee well-being, and operational effectiveness. Before we end, take a moment to envision your workplace 5 years from now. How might VR transform your daily work experience? Share your thoughts on our website at omnisci/SiteChat episode 51 or join the conversation on X at site_chat. #SiteChatVR. That's all for today's evidence-based exploration of VR implementation in the workplace. I'm Dr. Austin Tay, reminding you that successful technological adoption requires vision and careful planning.